Hey you guys, it's me. I am coming to you from my car, but I wanted to do a video because I'm over here in Santa Monica and it's all good things. It's nothing bad. I'm just I'm paved with emotion. I just saw the doctor, my orthopedic surgeon, who worked on me back in the 80s. And I believe I could tell you a really long story, but I'm not going to. I could tell you a series of stories, and if you were to listen to those series of stories, you would notice that I have there's been a pattern my entire life. And that's whoever my higher power is, which is a personal thing. He's placed people in my life that have got me to where I'm at today. And I'm so grateful. Because if I would have never met this doctor back in the 80s, I probably wouldn't be walking. My legs aren't wonderful. They're not like the best, because they need to be, repositioned and stuff, but they're the best that they're gonna get, and I'm really grateful for that. Because I've seen people who have disabilities and spina bifida, and they can't walk, or they have really hard difficulties walking. And just the fact that he was put in my life back in the 80s, I'm so grateful for. I haven't seen this doctor in years, and he told me, he sat down on the bed, on the bench thingy bed thing, and I was in the chair. And he said, you look different. There's something different about you. And I said, you want my honesty? And he said, well, yes. I said, I'm sober. He said, I knew something wasn't right. That's just like when I walked into that bar. 3 years ago, 3 years ago, and I married that bartender. It's a whole different story. If it wasn't for him introducing me to a program, I don't think I'd be sober today. I think I'd be dead. I really do. And sometimes I take that for granted. And I'm sorry. He said, what have you been doing? I said, well, I've had all this energy and I didn't know what to do with this energy. And he said, so what have you been doing? I said, I became a runner. And I pulled out my medals. And I'd been carrying in a backpack since I got here. And it was really heavy. And I said, see, I've worked really hard for this. I feel like I've just done like a full circle in my life. It's like I went through hell. My teenage years were so hard. I don't remember anything from when I was born to my teenage years because it was just a blur. It was operation after operation after operation after operation. And here I am in my late 20s. And I didn't think I'd make it this far, and I'm so happy. And I feel everything. Because I'm on natural sunshine and air. And I'm getting flooded with emails for great things and people that want to help me. I told him that I was starting my own nonprofit, and he said, I could totally see you doing that. He said, you are an example, and I said, I don't see that. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I love. I'm doing what I would want someone to have done to me in my teenage years. Or as my, being 6 or 7. I would have loved for somebody to have come to my life as a teenager, as a young child, and said, hey, look, I'm an example. I didn't have that. Back in the 80s, you didn't have that. It was my mom and I 24/7. With a box of crayons and colored paper. And that's all we had. There was nothing like these things today for kids. There was none of this technology. But we made do and we figured out ways. So to be able to come back here and see a doctor who basically put all my bones where they're at and cracked me and put me in a body cast, to have him say, I think you're going to continue to do well if you're keep doing what you're doing. I feel a sigh of relief. I feel grateful. He told me that I needed to take it easy. He said both of my hips are completely out of their sockets when we need that. So for me to be able to walk, yet alone run, is a miracle. And he told me that I might be the first spina bifida runner, and I really hope I am. That way I can show other kids through my nonprofit that they can do it. And I can lead by example, and I can't believe I'm even saying that. But, I don't know, I've been sitting in my car for like 5 minutes just crying. Thank you for being a part of my journey. And, I had San Diego news station contact me this morning, and they wanted me to speak to a PR agent that they have talked about me, and they want to contact me. So you never know, right? It's all footwork, and it's kind of not what you know anymore. It's kind of who you know. So all I know is I'm gonna rest, and then I'm gonna go back up to running half marathons. And